And now all this summer, here on Breakfast, we have been talking to some of the UK's most inspirational businesswomen. This morning, Sean is finding out how you start a multi-million-pound business from your kitchen table.
I'm interested. Yeah. Sean, who have you got with you?
Pen and pencil, pen and paper at the ready, because this is how you do it. Morning, everybody. So, yeah, we're finding out about what makes some of our most successful businesswomen tick. And this morning, we're going to be speaking to Sophie Cornish, co-founder of the online retailer Not on the High Street. Before we do that, let's find a bit about the business first. Sophie and her business partner, Holly, started it pretty much from their kitchen table back in 2006. Now, the site allows people to sell their craft products, generally, that they've made to what's now a very wide audience. In return, the sellers pay the website a 25% commission. Now, back in its first year of business, sales were £134,000 worth. Not too bad for your first year of business, but since then, huge growth over the last decade. Sales now up to over £150 million as of last year. So how do you get to that level? Let's find out now. Have a chat with Sophie Cornish, who is with us. Sophie, good morning.
Good morning, Sean.
So the kitchen table thing, you hear about a lot of people starting it from the kitchen table.
Yeah.
If we go back to like the days before you got to the kitchen table,
Yes.
what were you looking for?
Yes.
As a job, as a career?
Yes. Well, I'd been working in a relatively corporate environment in advertising, and I'd certainly learnt that the daily commute and getting out of the house with two small children there wasn't working for me. I didn't expect starting a business to be the easy option, but I certainly felt that it was going to be something that could give me an opportunity to shape my own kind of working life. What me and my business partner, Holly Tucker, were seeing around us was an environment that happened to be almost like a sort of perfect storm for what we did with Not on the High Street, which was that customers had a really growing interest in different kinds of products. They were tired of mass production. Farmers markets were growing up everywhere, and they were looking for something more unique, more lasting, more made with sort of heritage skills. And at the same time, the small businesses around us that were making those products were struggling with getting to market. Even though they were fantastic, they were struggling getting to market.
And the internet was flourishing as well around
Absolutely.
that time as well. So you've got all that.
Yeah.
The people often sit in the pub and have an idea and think, hang on, you could make a bit of money out of that. But what was it that made you think, we have to go for this and we're going to commit?
Yeah, it's a really good question. I have to say, more than anything, it was a sort of physical feeling. It felt absolutely compelling. The appetite on both sides for a solution from the customers and our small business partners. Aside with the fact that we really strongly empathised with them, and we've just done some research with Oxford Economics, and we found that actually in the 10 years since we started, female self-employment has grown by 50%. So we kind of felt like we were just really onto something. There was a movement growing, and that's how people wanted to work. 90% of our partners are women, so that was very much our audience.
Because generally the British workplace just still is not suitable for the life a lot of women want to lead?
I think it's yeah. I mean, women, parents, a lot of people want to work differently. I think the 9-to-5 lifestyle it kind of belongs in many ways to the past. We've got new platforms like notonthehighstreet.com, technologies, crowdfunding, obviously always on. You don't need to be in a certain place at a certain time to be very successful. Partnered with the fact that, we know 60% of our partners are working parents, and they really need a different way to work.
So you talk about a lot of people wanting to follow a similar path than you did. When I was looking at your partner, Holly, she tells the story of when you were trying to raise money.
Yes.
And you're pitching to what she called a lot of grey-haired men in the venture capital industry who didn't really get what you were on about. What was that like?
We definitely met with some challenges when we were fundraising, for sure. And we had a good business plan, and we'd already got some proven results. So in theory, we were going out with a very good proposition. And certainly, eventually, the venture capital partners that we work with have been amazing, and they've stuck with us all the way through, and they've been great. But we kissed a lot of frogs beforehand, for sure. And there was certainly a kind of strong element of being dismissed as you walk through the door as two slightly fluffy ladies with lots of nice shopping things, and, go away, friends and family only, I think, dears kind of response.
And you hear that quite a bit anyway.
We did. But, You persevere. You
Yeah.
think big and you persevere.
As you grow the business, then lots of these other smaller businesses are coming on board on your platform.
Yes.
And the way you make money from them is a 25% commission. Now,
That's right.
You're giving them a platform that they wouldn't have otherwise. But
Yeah.
25%, when you say that to a business of a commission of what they're selling, seems like a lot. Do you think it's a lot?
We find it's a really, really strong commercial arrangement. So for that 25%, effectively all of their marketing risk is taken away. So you know everybody knows that online marketing is highly specialised and very risky. So they only pay that commission if they make a sale. So basically, only if we've succeeded do they pay that commission. Then they get a lot of business support and other digital online resources that help them to grow. And we have gone from 100 partners to 5,000. We have 20 partners who are making £1 million a year each with us, of which 17 are women. So it feels like that's working. Yeah.
Working. Now, just before we go, the economy we're in at the minute, you've got lots of employees who'll have mortgages to pay, lots of small businesses who are trying to make money out your platform. How does it feel now running a business this size, 150 million turnover, compared to the small business you had ideas of 10 years ago?
I think it's just a very different thing. We've appointed a chief executive, Simon Belsham, who is leading the business into the next phase, and you think about it differently. But actually, there are no fewer or less challenges, and I think yes, the retail market's tough, but that just incentivises us to raise our game and make sure that our sellers really are delivering the kind of products that the customer wants. So I think it just makes you raise your game.
Yeah, that's what you have to do, isn't it? If you're going to grow that much. Sophie, thank you very much for that.
Thank you very much.
Really interesting. Sophie Cornisher, not on the high street. There you go, Dan. Look forward to your kitchen table business.
There was so much good advice there as well.
Brilliant.
Sophie, really interesting to hear from you. Thank you very much.